What does serendipity and a cookie tin have in common? Well, you're about to find out. So it is October. You know what that means.
Happy birthday!
I am honestly so obsessed with serendipity. I just love it. In the music video, there's actually lots of imagery that has circles, whether that be with the eclipse, his eye, all sorts of circles. In the most recent live performance, Jimin starts in a bubble. You might know where I'm going with this. Sneak peek. This one is one that a lot of people can do. The first problem was that I had to make Jimin. Well, you could print a picture of him, paint or draw a picture of him, and that would be so much easier. I always like to challenge myself, even if it doesn't turn out well. Most of my life, sculpting has been the bane of my existence. But I sculpted him. I am going to give you my very limited sculpting knowledge. Start off making an armature out of wire. I found the position that I wanted to do first. You just kind of bend it into the shape. It's like a three-dimensional stick figure. It doesn't have to be good. Mine certainly wasn't. Make sure that you can still close the lid on top. Then you want to bulk out some of the bigger areas with aluminum foil.
This looks like that character from SpongeBob.
I mainly did around the head and also around like the torso area. The hardest part of this process, which was the actual sculpting with clay. I used Sculpey. Don't really recommend terracotta, but that's what I'm using because that's what I have. Basically, I just put the clay all over it first, trying to get the whole armature covered. After that, I went in and started to shape some of the areas. I started with the head because that's definitely the hardest part. I tried really hard to sculpt like his nose and his actual features, but I just...
My leg!
You can probably do a much better job than I can. Since this is so small, clay tools were kind of necessary to get into some of the smaller areas.
The hardest part is definitely blending. I'm just using the back of this, the curved part, softest edge to blend with. That hand looks kind of decent. I'm surprised.
I'm very sick, but crafting stops for no one. Let's continue.
You know, his nose is like way too big, but I tried fixing it like 4 times. I think I need more oils on my hands, so I'm just gonna rub my hands all over my face. I knew that this would happen. If I touched it, I would start ruining it. It's like a crab hand.
꽃게 너무 이쁘죠?
I would highly recommend the paper route. I just have so many regrets.
His hand is way too big. Am I really gonna make it any better with my skills? Probably not. Before I just completely ruin it, I figure we should just bake it. He needs to be baked at 275, 15 minutes for every 1/4 inch of thickness.
My son. You can feel it gently and make sure that it's all baked through.
Jimin, the personal hand warmer.
And I just carry him around in my pocket.
I don't know if I've actually mentioned why he's bald.
It is paint time, where you try and cover your mistakes or more mistakes are revealed to you.
I am aware of how absolutely scary this looks right now.
I did the outfit that he wears in the performance. Half black, half white shirt with the sparkles, black pants, and black shoes. So I just used normal acrylic paint. I had to do multiple coats because mine was terracotta colored, so I would definitely recommend using a lighter colored clay.
Does this actually look like Jimin at all? Not really. What can you do?
In the live performance, his shoes are glossy. I just did a coat of glossy varnish over his shoes to make them sorta shiny. We get into the details. Kind of where it starts getting better, except honestly, I don't think it ever got much better. I wanted to make his shirt sparkly.
I have multicolored. We're just gonna have to pick all the silver pieces out of it.
It's fine. That's just what we're gonna do.
Brush some glue on first.
And then I'm gonna go in with a toothpick and then put it on.
I kid you not, I have had this glitter since I was probably about 5 years old.
There's also glitter on his shirt, basically making up for the fact that the sculpture didn't turn out that good.
Then I made his shoelaces. I took some thread and I tied it into a really small bow.
It's so cute.
I had to do it with a longer thread at first, and then I cut the ends off. Then I had to do the hair, which this fur that I have. Cut off the pieces and try to use it as hair. Honestly, I made a mistake. I just put glue on, and then I put clumps of the hair on, and then I trimmed it. He kind of started looking a little bit like a voodoo doll. That was not my intention. I'm so sorry, Jimin. I did you so dirty.
Oh, I'm regretting everything now. It looks okay from this side, but like... a little bit too MCR. Whatever, we're gonna continue.
So then I went in to paint the background of the tin. I did this with a sponge brush.
Kind of have to get a layer down so that the paint sticks a little bit better.
I did a radial gradient from lighter blue to darker blue.
I want to put holes in this tin so that I can shine light from the back and it'll look like the stars in the video. Quite a strong possibility that this is a horrible idea, but I got a nail and a hammer. Probably should test it on the top first.
This worked a lot better than I expected it to. In the live performance, he's sitting on a tree stump. I didn't want to use that much clay. I hoard craft supplies.
What a beautiful drawing. Sort of doesn't really matter that much because it's a stump and
I paper mache'd over it.
this poor lady, she's part of a tree stump now.
And after the paper mache had dried, I went with the mixture again over top and just drew on tree bark texture and also the rings on the top. And then after that, of course, you paint it. Dry brushed some of the texture stuff on. And then I started making some of the flowers. So I'm gonna start off by using a hole punch.
I cut out all these from tissue paper.
I'm just gonna glue them on in a flower shape.
Kind of looks like a mess. There's actually sparkly things in the middle.
I did a few out of cardstock.
I'm gonna try and do a couple little plants. And then you just curl it.
So then I wanted to do a painting on the lid. I went in and did the same kind of gradient. The way that I like to paint night skies is I focus on one area to make it a lot lighter, cluster a lot of stars in that area. I also added a silhouette of Jimin with a little balloon. And after I'd painted all of these stars on the lid, I decided that I should probably do that on the inside too. The last little thing that I cut out was a clear section to go over the top so that it looked more like a bubble. Honestly, I never know where these videos are gonna end up.
Can I do nail art?
Probably not.
But kind of perfect for Serendipity.
I'm pretty good at making bad decisions, so.
I can't tell if this looks cool or just kind of bad.
Technically, I did paint this on the lid yesterday, but it was not this small.
That's pretty bad.
Then it was time to assemble everything. So here is Serendipity in a cookie tin.
이 모든 건 우연이 아니야 그냥 나의 느낌으로 온 세상이 어제와는 달라 그냥 너는 나는 너 설레는 만큼 많이 두려워 운명이 우릴 자꾸 질투했어 너만큼 나도 많이 무서워 When you see me, when you touch me Just let me love you Just let me love you
You definitely could decorate the outside of the tin. You could paint it or throw some glitter on it. I kind of like the idea that somebody goes in to grab a cookie and they're just bam, hit with Jimin. Gotta throw serendipity at them when they least expect it. I also thought this idea would be really cool in like a snow globe because the live performance actually already looks like a snow globe. Why are they not selling this already? Even like a terrarium, sculpt a little tiny version of him and grow plants around him. Oh, so good. This was a really fun one. Definitely super different from most of the other stuff that I've done. Let me know what you think. I really hope that somebody gives this one a try. If you do try it, please send it to me. I would love to see it. I want you to be like, baby, you should be like. I don't have anybody else to promise to. Yeah, happy birthday to Jimin. He won't watch this, but you know, the sentiment is there.